Everybody doing okay?
Yes.
Good. We'll wait for Mike Burton. He's going to conduct the meeting. How's your business been?
Booming. How about you?
Yeah, it's been the same. It's
Yeah.
been pretty busy for not traveling a lot, but it's been busy.
Here we go. I can hear you.
Here he is.
Here I am.
Good
This is
morning.
a bad day to be an Angel fan.
Yeah, everybody's got to be part of something.
The best player in baseball and can't get a win.
Right.
It's on mute. It's amazing. You don't get any calls and then you get like 5 calls.
Right. It always works that way.
It's crazy.
Jennifer, you let us know when you want Mike to start.
Oh, we're ready.
Okay.
Are we ready? Can you hear me?
Ready to learn.
Can everybody hear me okay?
Yep.
I'm going to turn up my volume so I can hear you guys. I know we only have 30 minutes, so I was thinking we could do, say 15 minutes at the end for any questions that might come up from the group. If that sounds all right with you guys.
Sounds good.
It'd be good to review the programs.
Yeah, that's what I thought we'd do. Just to give you a general overview, I'd like just to go over the programs real quick, make sure everybody has an understanding, the quick terms and conditions, touch on some best practices that we talked about the last time that we met with you in the store, talk about some ideas that we're seeing that has success around the country, which has blown up over the last 3 months with this approach, and then talk about a few new items that we're bringing to the marketplace, if that's okay with everybody, and then answer some questions. So with that, we'll get started. So presently, thanks for sitting down with us this morning and going over this. And anytime that you guys want to do this, we're good to go. So I think we're going to be faced with this for the next couple of months. So if we need a refresher, anytime anybody's ready or has questions, you can reach out to us. Because if you, as sales associates on the floor, have questions, I'm sure that your counterpart has questions also. So just don't be shy. And that goes for the people on the floor, the people in the back room, people in the office, whatever we can do to help you. That's our job. So we're here to do that. So there's 3 plans that you guys are currently buying from us. And they're all now, since we met the last time, they're on what they call a report and bill scenario. So there's nothing up front that the store needs to purchase from us. The whole idea here is for you guys to have good fluid communication with the customer when they come in and offer them a value on the plans that you have. And the good news is that the 3 plans that you guys run are the 3 most prominent plans that we offer in the company. So the Pure Balance program, remember that covers everything outside the piece of furniture and everything inside the piece of furniture. It takes the manufacturer's warranty, which is normally 1 year on their products, and extends out through year 5. So we kind of lean on the manufacturer to take responsibility for anything that's a structure issue or a component issue for the first year. But from day 1 that the product's in the house, it covers all rips, cuts, tears, burns, stains, seam separation, anything that can happen or destroyed through normal use of a piece of furniture. Remember, these are accidental plans. So when your consumer talks to us, it's all, if you put yourself in an agent's position, it's always, is it intentional damage or was it accidental damage? So that's the rule of thumb here, right? So we're thinking about accidental issues because stuff happens every day. Red wine gets put on white sofas. Oil gets brought in from a car, battery acid gets brought in from a battery, and grandpa or dad wipes it on the sofa. It eats the fabric or eats the leather. So again, it's all stains, no exceptions, except for intentional damage to a piece of furniture. So in talking about the Pure Balance program, remember that includes the structure, that's motors, electrical, ULP component, media centers, speakers on accent tables, you know, whatever. So just keep that in mind. That's gouges on wood that break the substrate, right? That's cuts on leather, not scratches on leather or sub scratches on tables. Like somebody throws their keys constantly on a sofa table. You come in the house, that's like a small surface scratch. Those are normal things that go on every day. But if that key breaks the substrate of the wood and scratches it deep, or a deep gouge, then that kind of product is covered. As far as things that happen in the home, I think we shared with you the last time we talked, the most damaged piece of furniture in the house is a nightstand. And that comes from our agents that underwrite our policies. And they give us a report. You know, in today's world with beds and TVs that move in a bedroom, you know, the adjustable beds, everybody watches a TV in bed. You know, the nightstand gets the remote, it's put in the drawer. People forget to close the drawer all the way. They get up in the middle of the night to use the facilities. They break the drawer, you know. Women still do their nails in bed. They, you know, acetone, nail polish, hot coffee, cold water, still damages the top of the surfaces of nightstands and dressers. So all that's included. And the reason I bring that up is because a lot of people say, well, you know, I'm just buying a bedroom set. I don't need a plan to cover that, right? Well, yeah, you know, we understand that they put the yellow caution tape around the bedroom, nobody goes in there. But in reality, most damage is done in a bedroom, which is strange, right? Us that have grandchildren, you know, the dressers, and when you're presenting on the floor, we'll talk about this in best practices, but I always say, open up the drawers and talk about the features and the benefits of that wood piece of furniture, the dovetail joints, the felt lined drawers, the metal hinges, and oh, by the way, when they pull these drawers out, the kids use this dresser as a ladder to jump over the bed, jump on the bed and break the drawers and or break the bed slats on a bed frame. So that's all covered, right? That's an accident. That's not intentional damage because remember, it's a one-time occurrence, right? As far as the stains go, both on your Pure Simple plan, which is stains only, and on the Pure Balance plan, which includes all stains, it's all stains, and we'll come out for 5 years and clean those stains as long as we're notified, and it's not a yearly cleaning service when the holiday comes around to clean up with the accumulations of 6 months of stain damage, right? So just kind of keep that in mind. So again, just continue to offer the value of what those have. You know, I don't know what you retail these for, if it's a percentage of the sales or if it's a flat rate. We can talk about that when we answer questions and answers. And, you know, you offer it to consumers as pennies on the day to protect their investment. The third plan that you guys buy from us is the adjustable bed plan. Now, the first two are 5-year plans. The adjustable bed plan is a 10-year plan. And that, again, that's parts, motors, wands, the mech itself. You know, it doesn't cover the mattress. You have your own mattress warranties with your mattress companies, but the adjustable bed components is covered. And, you know, most of our customers sell that between $129 to $199 because it's 10 years, you know, so they divide it for $20 a year, you know, hassle-free. You know, most of the mechs only cover a 1-year manufacturer's warranty. So we pick up year 2 through 10 on that. And remember, in these plans, if it cannot be repaired, we replace that piece of furniture or that bed mechanism. And it happens all the time. I want to touch base again on the terms and conditions. And I know you don't want to sit and read through all these documents, but if you look at the chart that you guys have in the store, it talks about what's covered, you know, it talks about the rips, the cuts, the tears, stains, burns, the mechanical mechanisms, the drawers, the gouging, the mirrors in a bedroom set, loss of silvering, which, believe it or not, even in today's world of technology, we're still running into that because of climate conditions, right? When you get into those plans, the fine lines, and we'll talk about the best practices on those plans, you know, present it to every customer who comes through the door. You know, here at Blackledge Furniture, we value you as an employee, as a customer. I see that in that. I remember distinctly the form that you guys have there in the store that talks about the company. But, you know, you guys are a pillar in the community. So, you know, we appreciate your business here. We want you to be happy with our purchases. We sell a protection plan here to protect your investment because things will happen, you know. Sure enough, you know, they say, well, we don't really need it. We don't believe in it. We've had bad experiences on that. But if you just present it, you know, like most of our customers that purchase furniture here from Blackledge Furniture choose to buy our protection plan because we want you to be happy. You know, what are you going to do if something happens to that furniture, right? So present it to everyone every time. Always carry the brochure that you have. You got your sales book. Keep those with you and hand that to the customer. You know, that's another best practice. Some will read it, some will not. But at least you're saying to them, hey, we really care about you coming in. Here's something that, and we'll talk about it. You don't have to be a hard sell on this. You know, it covers everything from inside to outside of this furniture. And again, it's pennies a day, you know, and you can divide that by the 5-year coverage and whatever the cost of the plan is. You know, I always show it, you know, the average plan sells for about $299. You divide that by 5 years, you divide that by 365 days, and it comes out to like pennies a day. And, you know, and you can compare that to a cup of Starbucks coffee, you know, that's $5 a cup. And you'll ask the customer, how often do you go to Starbucks? And they'll say, 5 times a week, you know, and they buy $5 cup of coffee. Over that 5-year period, if you do it on your calculator real quick, it's about $6,200 for the rush of caffeine with no benefit if they spill that cup of coffee on their sofa. But with our protection plan, if you spill your coffee on your sofa, guess what? We'll come out and clean it for you. No deductible, nothing out of pocket, which is always great, right? So mention it early, mention it appropriately throughout the sale. That's another good thing in best practices. You know, you're walking around the store, they're shopping for something. You guys have your own approach that you have, and the more you practice this within each other in the store, you become familiar with it and get comfortable with it because the consumer can read you, right? They understand. And then also give a sense of urgency to this, right? You know, you might want to think about it, and we understand that, but once the furniture crosses the threshold of a house, it's really difficult for us to add it on. So, you know, we have a lot of delivery people, and I think I shared this with your backroom guys when I was there, that noticed that it wasn't sold at the time of purchase. And they say, you know, Mrs. Smith, before we take this into your house, you might want to reconsider, you know, adding this on for $200 or $150, whatever guidelines that management gives them. And we find that 20% of the time they close the sale. So it really helps. It helps, you know. So just please keep that in mind. One of the things that we're using, and I don't know how the rules are in your neck of the woods, but we have a limitation of how many consumers can walk into a store down here in Southern California. So, and somewhere around the country. So we've come up with some ideas because there's a lot of follow-up stuff that goes on both phone calls that you guys are getting in the store, text messages that you guys are flying back and forth with somebody that wants to buy something from you, or maybe an email inquiry that you're getting at the store. And when we get off the call, I'll send this up to Jennifer. We've come up with some lines, and you can tweak this any way that you want. But for like a phone call, we say, you know, you're in luck today. We can include peace of mind to protect your investment for 5 years with our cost affordable plan. You know, most of our customers at Blackledge Furniture take advantage of this very savvy option. What this means is that you initiate that the customer is pretty smart, right? and that they should just consider your option of buying this plan. Then the next one we have, which I really like, is in the text, because all these younger generations are texting. You know, you can put this text together. Most of our customers are protecting their investment for 5 years with our protection plan for pennies a day. It provides multiple use of stain cleaning within the home and structural damage. Your plan even includes full replacement if an item cannot be replaced. Can I give you a call to discuss this problem or discuss this convenient protection? And they're getting over a 70% response to that text. And we're finding that on a nationwide basis. The last one on email is, you could put in there, Blackledge customers love their purchase of high quality fashion forward furniture, right? We suggest you protect your investment, as most people do with our 5-year protection plan. It provides multiple in-home repairs of accidents and structural damage. The plan even includes full replacement if an item cannot be repaired. Can I give you a call to discuss this? So it begs the question, and it offers the possibilities for you guys to add on, which is always great. So those are the 3 small ideas that we're using, and we're finding that it's adding a lot of success. Another thing we're finding, because now the flow of upholstery is coming back in, that attachment rates are growing. It's giving people the opportunity to be at home, being locked up, and they're buying furniture. And I hope you're experiencing that in your neck of the woods, as they are around the country with increased sales. But they're also saying, God, you know, I really want to protect my investment. So it's actually becoming a little easier to add this on at the sale. The last thing that I want to bring up, and then we can talk, is some of the new products that we have introduced with everybody's safety concerns. Is that we've introduced through Italy, just very briefly, we were asked by the government, because we're a chemical company, to come up with some sanitation products in Italy, which we built and started distributing in early April, between hand sanitizers and sanitation products. But the most prominent one that we're selling in the United States with FDA approval is our sanitation mist. And I don't know how you're handling your sleep department, if you're using the large mattress protectors that they lay down, the big napkins and pillow napkins that people have to lay on, and then they carry them throughout the store. And then you don't know if they put them on the right way or put them on the wrong way from the prior use. And at the end of the day, you have a pile of this trash sitting over in the corner. Well, with the sanitizing mist that's been developed, this is for soft surfaces and hard surfaces, and it's very inexpensive. You have the consumer, as you're talking to them, you lightly spray like 5 to 7 sprays of this mist over the mattress or the pillow, and they can lay on it because it kills all the bacteria for 4 hours, right? It doesn't stick to their clothes. It doesn't stick to the bed. It kills 99.9% because of the BZK product that's FDA and EPA approved. And this particular product alone has been driving some substantial sales. And then if you choose, you can also sell this product for them to take home. It only costs like $7.50 for a small bottle. And then we have a gallon size that you can use for refills. You can use it in your store. You guys, we have some promos that people are doing, like Miss Kelly's in Mississippi. They're giving away, with every purchase of a protection plan, they're actually giving away a 17-ounce bottle of the sanitizing mist. And we have one that has a cleaner and a mist in it. That's 50 cents more. That they're actually giving to the consumer. And then if the consumer likes it, they're coming back in and they're purchasing more of the product. So that's being sold at Macy's. That's being used at Living Spaces down here in Southern California. Value City, which is a 177 store chain out of Ohio, and independents throughout the country have taken advantage of these pure protected products. And it just gives you, as a salesperson coming to work, the opportunity to protect yourself and the opportunity to protect your consumer and give them peace of mind in the stores. So that's my little pitch on the pure and protected product. Again, it is FDA approved, and it's awesome. It's cheap, and it's a lot less money than those napkins that and taking the trash out, right? Something that you don't want to mess around. And it also opens up the door of conversations for you all. You can spray it on your furniture there and say, hey, we want to protect the surface. And oh, by the way, we have a 5-year protection plan. So it opens up the opportunities for conversation in the store. So just keep that in mind, and we can chat about that at a later date. So that took 19 minutes or 15 minutes plus the intro. So does anybody have any questions? And if you do, make sure I can hear you. I'm going to turn my volume up, and hopefully I can answer those for you and give you some help. That's what we're here for.
I guess I actually have one question because we've been getting this a lot. Your sanitizing mist, can you use it on leather?
Yes.
And it won't dry the leather out?
It won't dry the leather out. As a matter of fact, our leather protector kit that you guys have, some of the older kits, if I remember right, that were over by the selling counter, that product has a small amount of the BZK in it. This particular product, to let you know how we use it worldwide, is used in the entire airline industry to sanitize the fuselages of all the commercial jetliners that are operated throughout the world. So when they use it on the leather seats, they use it on the carpet, they use it on the plastic, they use it on the backs of the headrests, the trays. So that particular product, because we do supply the airline industry worldwide, right? So they took this product and they enhanced it and put it in a smaller container use so that people could use it in the stores and use it at home.
And I'll tell you, and I've got a lot of leather furniture in my house. We use it all the time.
Yeah.
On leather.
Yeah, I actually keep a bottle in my car, or a spray bottle, and I saw this lady do it a couple months back. She got into her car and she sprayed the bottom of her shoes to protect herself right when she got back into her car. And I'm assuming, I think she's probably one of these over the top, not really a germaphobe, but just to protect herself. So I keep a bottle in the car. My wife keeps a bottle by the front door. And then when we come in the house, we take our shoes off now, but we're spraying our shoes before we take them off and leave them by the front doors. We're not tracking any kind of germ, that might be out there. So it kills not, they're actually testing it right now against the COVID-19 itself specific, but they've already tested it worldwide on the other strains of the COVID. So we're waiting to make sure, with EPA takes a little longer than FDA, but I can share with you that it flew through the FDA stringent guidelines overnight. They were very impressed with it. So it's taken hold pretty fast. And for Macy's and Bloomingdale's to jump on it as fast as they did, they reorder this product every day throughout their, I think they've opened like 400 stores around the country. So they're blowing through it in their sleep department and the furniture departments. And again, you can use them on hard surfaces too.
Good question.
Yeah. How about on the plans? Does everybody feel comfortable presenting the opportunities for the plans?
Yeah, I've got a question. So it seems like I'm wondering if you can talk a little bit about pet accidents, because it seems like I've heard conflicting information about whether those are covered or when. It seems like I've heard that, the first couple times it would be covered, but if it seems to be an ongoing thing, then that's when it gets, cut off. I mean, is that right? Or what is the official policy?
That's a great question because, again, I think I shared this with you guys. I'm a consumer and I've had animals and I've been with the company 11 years and then been management going on over four years. And I've been an independent sales guy for 44 years in the industry. So the plan that you buy, the Pure Balance plan, covers pet urine, vomit, poop, blood, both bodily fluids for pet and human. That's the pet coverage that you have. It does not cover scratches, right? The plan does not cover a surface scratch by an animal or jaws and claws and paws and beaks that are eaten. We do have a plan It's called the Pure Balance One-Time Pet. It's a few more bucks than what you guys currently pay. I think it's maybe a $10 bill, the difference. And what do you guys sell your plans for? The one that you're paying $49 or $48 or $49 for with a gift. I think you're like 50 some odd bucks, $58, I think, with a
Yeah,
gift.
59 for the pure and simple and 119 for the pure balance.
Okay, so $119. So the question is, could you sell a plan that you're going to pay with the protective kit? You're going to pay just around 68 bucks for that. Could you sell that for $159 or $199 or $40 a year to give that consumer that happens to have a dog that might eat a cushion or eat a whole sofa, you know? And believe me, I've seen them. I saw the little dog like from the Fraser show in Colorado who he actually ate a Flex Steel recliner sofa. He tore the foam out, he tore the cushioning out, you know, and that's a one-time pet. The gentleman that had it had to take his dad to oncology one day for his chemotherapy treatment, and came home. He was gone a couple hours, came home, and the dog destroyed the sofa. It's like, how dare you leave me alone, right? And that's a one-time pet damage. So that's covered, right? So it's kind of crazy, you know, but the one-time pet can be used to offset that, instead of saying, you know, our plan does not cover that, because the one at Macy's that they charge, I think, $250 for at Macy's minimum, they're 20% of the retail value of a piece of furniture. So between $250 to $500 does cover the one-time pet. Does that help you?
Yeah.
Well, I think Emily's question was more about a chronic problem and whether that is covered throughout the 5 years, or whether you have a cap, like, okay, this dog has soiled the sofa 8 times and
No, but what normally happens is that Fluffy comes home and is 2 to 6 weeks old, and it jumps on the sofa and has an accident in one corner, right? And they don't call us, right? And then two weeks go by, and Fluffy jumps on the other side of the sofa and has another accident, right? And they don't call us. And so we got a month of stain going on there, right? And then they have a football game on TV, God forbid, and somebody jumps up with a hot dog and gets some mustard all over the center seat cushion. And then they call us up and they go, hey, we got some stains on our sofa, right? And they say, well, take us a picture, because we asked them to take a picture. And then we see a stain on the little stain of mustard on the seat cushion. And then they take a picture of the 6-week-old stain of the pee from the dog. And then they take another one from the other side, and they say, hey, we'd like to get this whole sofa cleaned, right? We'll come out every time per occurrence to cover that with no limits, unless it gets to the point if it's abused and the cat or the dog are using it as a litter box, right? And that's when they consider it abuse, okay? But we're reasonable about that. We don't want to say no, right? I think I shared with you guys when I was there, because we cover plants coast to coast, border to border in the United States for this company, even though we're a worldwide company. And you know, we carry on our books about 10 million plans. But we're concerned with 100 plans might get some denials. And when we get into that, because everything is recorded, the photos, the technician information, conversations with the customers, we don't want to get into this he said, she said conversation. And then we find that when it comes to an abuse scenario, the customers say, you know, we're just, you know, kind of embarrassed because the dog did it a couple times. But we're okay. Just call us every time that they see it, so we can, the faster we get out and take care of a stain, the more success we have at taking care of that, right? Now, with that conversation, we do not guarantee getting the odor out that might have seeped into the foam. And I think I shared this with you guys. So inside the stores, we have opportunities. You can say, well, you can go to PetSmart and buy the deodorizer that for pet pee, basically, right? that you can spray on the foam, and it deodorizes that particular piece of foam. In some of those kits that you guys have on the shelves over behind the counter, I don't remember seeing the mattress kit that's like $13 and some change. That has a cleaner and a deodorizer in it. It won't get the stain out as good as the pet one does at the Petco or PetSmart, whatever. But what's nice about that mattress kit that you guys can retail for like $29.95. It's a little blue box, and can send you a sample of that. With that deodorizer, not everybody buys a mattress protector. You know, they say, we don't need one. We're never going to use the mattress. It's for a guest room. But that's the one that the kids get into, right? And they sleep on the bed, or a guest comes over and has an accident, right? And they stain the mattress. So the cleaner that's in there will clean that stain. And then it has a deodorizer. You can spray and deodorize that odor in that mattress, right? Because some people say, I don't want to spend $100 on a mat protector today, right? But they'll buy a kit for $29 to clean it, right? And I've cleaned a boatload of stores doing that. Just using those when I go into the store. I've cleaned chocolate syrup off mattresses from kids. I cleaned blood from a customer that cut themselves inside the store, you know, inside a Relaxabac store down in La Jolla, California. And the guy didn't even know he was bleeding. It had probably an 8-inch stain on the mattress. And I got it all out with that little.
Hey, Mike, I hate to cut you off, but our store is going to open up at 9:30, so we got to get going.
All right.
Can you email me more information about the one-time only pet coverage? We'd like to read about that.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
That would be great. And thank you so much. I'm going to have the rest of our staff watch this, and if they have questions, we'll email you.
Yeah, email me, and if we need to set up another conversation at any time of day, I'm more than happy to do that. But I do appreciate it. So thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you so much for your time. Have a good day.
Take care,
Thank you.